All right. It says I'm alive. So if I'm alive, you're alive. We're all alive. Everybody's here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we have James and Angela Katz of Illumination Marketing with us. So I'm going to bring them on and we'll get started. If you have a comment, just leave it in the stream. Just put it up. We're live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube. Here's a comment. Someone's watching us, and we've got. They can't wait to hear this. So just put in your comments, and we'll go. But let's bring them on. How come I don't have you on? I gotta add you. There you are.
Hey, there we are.
Look there. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm left-handed, so
Makes everything backwards.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, how you guys doing?
Fantastic. Thanks for having us on, Dr. Vetter. We certainly appreciate it. Just for the record, our name is Angela and James Kaatz. It throws everybody with the 2 A's instead of the 1 A. But we're very happy to be here, and thanks for having us on.
Well, I appreciate it. Again, I read and I write and I speak left-handed, so my apologies. So I really appreciate y'all doing this, and I thank you for reaching out to me to do this because I want to do this with as many people as we can. So if even after we get out of lockdown, okay, the weirdness is still going to be in everybody's mind because all of the fear pouring on that's out there and all that sort of stuff. So, and as James and I were talking earlier, our whole focus, your guys, our guys, all the people we know, is to move that focus from fear back to freedom.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we're doing this for as many local Houston businesses as we can. So how's your family doing through all this? How are y'all doing with all this?
Well, he's got family in Austin. His dad is immunocompromised, so we won't be able to see them for Easter. So that's kind of hard. Giving up some of the family traditions of traveling and seeing your family through holidays makes it a little rough. So my parents are in Hardin, Texas, and so I have family in Beaumont as well. So we can't go visit everybody. Everything had to be canceled, but it enables us to connect without connecting with like programs like this and through Zoom and meetings. So he had his birthday here recently.
Well, happy birthday, James.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So we had an actual family gathering via Zoom. So kind of looked like the Brady Bunch on the screen with everybody, making toasts and coming to celebrate. So we can still find ways to come together, even if we can't, hug each other.
Cool. Well, I'm left-handed. I also love to hug. So I miss that part,
Me too.
But now I get to the point where I have to be careful with the white hair. I could be the dirty old man guy, So, but see, I don't discriminate on my hugging. I hug anybody, men, women, any of all those other genders that they say are, I'll hug those too. But
yeah, my gray hair is slowly but surely starting to come in. We have a special needs daughter, and then we have 2 special needs Frenchies and 2 special needs cats. So it's well earned. Well earned. On top of running a business.
that'll do it. That'll do it every time. I know you guys are doing some cool things right now for folks that are stuck at home and stuff like that. So would you share some of that? Tell us what you're doing and how you've changed some of the things you've done since we've gone into this quote weird time.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 6 weeks ago, we were all rocking and rolling. We were seeing tons of growth with all of our clients, which is everything that you'd want to see and more. And then all of a sudden, the orders start coming in to shut down. And we had, 50% of our revenue was through restaurants, which was highly, highly impacted. So we
Right.
went from trying to drive catering orders for big parties for one restaurant to having to just drive orders, period, for walk up and delivery, just so we can
Right.
keep the doors open. And that was just an example of one restaurant. So we've completely pivoted our strategies away. We've moved a little bit away from search engine marketing and things like that, and taken more advantage of Facebook and social media because it's just ridiculous the amount of reach for the cost right now. And since we've done that, we've seen honestly a lot of good growth through social channels, and
Okay.
especially in the mortgage and real estate industry. We started driving long form leads for like $4, which is a really, really good cost for getting all the information of what you would pre-vet a client. So when you start to pivot in those ways, it really challenges you to be more creative to get results. And that's something that we've very much tackled and we appreciate. And then one of the things that we've also been doing is our Marketing Monday series, which Angela, you can talk a little bit more about.
Yes, we've been focusing a lot on videos because basically right now everyone's a captive audience. You're at home. So what are you doing at home? If you're working from home, you have to have the internet. So people that didn't have the internet before, which I can say, if you're not online, you're falling behind. So all of these businesses before that were not online are now it's thrown into their lap. They're going, what do I do? Like, do I set up on Instagram? Do I set up on Facebook? Where do I set up? What do I do? How do I market? I don't usually do this. Most businesses were built, in the beginning with word of mouth and people walking in,
Right.
walking by. You can see a restaurant now and you can see curbside service, but you don't know what they're serving. You don't know what they have. So all of these places are going online. So we created our Marketing Monday series a while back, and we're trying to inform people, don't panic. And don't cut your marketing, because if you're cutting online, that your business is more likely to plummet. Like right now, your audience is there waiting for you, just saying, how can you help me? What are you serving? What are your hours? What are you doing to keep us safe? That's kind of where the panic comes from, and the fear is because what are the restaurants doing? What are deliveries doing? Are you wearing gloves? Are you wearing masks? So we want people to amp up their marketing so that when the doors open, that people will be coming back. So it's going to be a slow integration, but we want people to start feeling more secure and more comfortable. And the way to do that is conveying your message online.
And especially through video marketing. We've been doing quite a bit of that as well for salons, for restaurants, for cleaning companies. So one thing that restaurants can do is they can have a video made of a cleaning company coming in and disinfecting everything against the COVID virus. And
Right.
it's incredible what some of these cleaning companies are doing. And, they're hurting too. But rumor has it things might open up in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So it was time to scale back your marketing 4 weeks ago, but now we're quickly approaching the point where you need to start getting your distribution and your messaging out there again.
Right. That's true. That's true. I agree with it. That little bit I was telling you about before that I'll send you afterwards, that'll help you. You'll like that. I think you'll really like that stuff that I'll send you on that.
Can't wait to take a look.
The things that you're doing different now is basically you just focused more on not so much the professional, but more the working day-to-day businesses, correct?
We always have put a focus on local businesses that we can really be hands-on and touch and feel and, impact. We want to be able to walk in and see a difference. We don't necessarily want to work nationwide on a big net and have to take someone's word for it per se. We like being able to feel it. So the pivot has been different for us because we've been doing a lot more virtual meetings instead of being hands-on.
Right.
But that being said, we've still implemented the strategies to get maximum visibility in this really cantankerous time,
Yeah.
Right.
So do you have any specials that you're doing for businesses
Absolutely.
now?
Yeah, and it depends on which vertical you want to go through. But like one of our clients that we like to brag about the most is Ambriza Social Mexican Kitchen.
Right.
We have been with them for a couple of years now, and again, they've been highly, highly impacted because no one can go into the restaurant. So one of the things that they did, for example, is they put a Easter special together for this weekend where they can get their award-winning short ribs, they can get seafood soup, the Brussels sprouts done, cuatro leches, cake, and I think I'm missing something off the top of my head, but all for $25 a person. Then you can add a half gallon of margarita, which serves 8 people for only $45, which is a can't beat deal. And that's something that they really haven't done before the last 4 weeks. So
Right.
it's really cool to see how they're putting things together on their side and how we can help promote it.
Right. And we work with the Sci-Fair Chamber as well. So the chamber, with new businesses that come on with them, we're able to reach out to them directly and help them. And that's, they're growing huge. I think over 1,000 members now. So, it's
Right.
great because it's our community. And if we can, drive by a place and not see places being shut down, we see, hey, we've got specials. Hey, we've got this. We want to try to build our local community. And then after we build that, we're looking to expand. We want to start reaching out to other local communities, go further out, past Houston, Dallas, maybe go out to Austin and try to just help people grow. Because we want to boost the economy any way that we can. And that's what we're trying to do.
I agree.
We want to see it go back up.
And that's one of the things that this whole pandemic has really proven to us too, is we see all the economy going down and how everyone's having to lay off their employees. And we want to make sure that we can build a business that's strong enough that can support numerous positions in our local economy,
Right.
even through the bad times, where we can be a pillar to help it grow. And that's really one of the things that it's helped us refocus our efforts on and our goals and our 5 and 10-year plan, just to really put that into perspective.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic. As you were talking, I was just thinking, any of your customers right now that you get that will come on and do an interview and say what they're doing in their business, well, I'll make sure that it's mentioned that you guys are the ones that got them on the show. Okay.
Sure.
So because the whole thing is, as we all both know, it's all about the exposure.
Absolutely.
If we can get the exposure and visibility for as many people as we can in the community, the better it is for us all, because we're now focused on freedom versus the fear that we were before.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Because that's the thing, is that, like what we're saying, is people that weren't online before have to change their strategy and go online, but maybe they didn't do a lot of marketing before because they were so used to their regulars coming in and out, and people, like, now we're trying to help businesses to make sure that we know that business is going to go down some, since you can't have foot traffic. But if you can find ways to sell things online, have gift cards, prepay for things, with musicians, they're focusing on selling merchandise now or having concerts from their home. And it's just incredible what you can do online instead of, panicking.
Right.
You adapt and overcome. And that's what we're here for, is, for people that didn't do marketing before, or maybe they were just learning it, is hopefully we can step in and build it up. We want, when the doors open, we want floods of people to come in and just build this economy back up, like stronger than before.
That's right. See, here's the thing. You're an expert in a particular, quote, niche of business growth, which is the marketing side of stuff. Okay. The business owner, he's the expert in the building the cabinets, putting in the swimming pools, doing the restaurant and stuff like that. It'd be, them trying to do their own, building a website and doing it the right way, and getting it so it's mobile responsive, that it loads faster than anything out there, that it's secure and all that sort of stuff. They don't know how to do that. It would take them forever, and the only commodity they have is their time, and it's already busy trying to do the things like get the employees working, cooking the food, taking care of customers and stuff like that. So that's that. I recently wrote an article real quick on the three tweaks that any business could make that will help them thrive during this COVID stuff, the pandemic. Okay. And you guys provide the same thing. And it's just, I always tell people, basic things. These are things that you really should have been doing before all this stuff started. But now it's imperative, because these are the things that you need now. You needed it then, but you really need it now. You got to
Right.
have that mobile responsive, fast, secure, speedy website.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because 60% of their customers are on their phone anyway.
That's
Okay.
right.
And then the second thing is they need to deal with claim their free Google My Business, and you
Yeah,
guys need to set that up for them. Okay.
absolutely.
Because that's if you do it right, you can get them on page one.
Hmm.
And that's where when people go to search on the internet on their phone or on the computer, they hardly ever go past the first or the second page. Normally
Very
the
Right.
true.
first page. In fact, the first three spots gets 80% of the clicks
Hmm.
from
Exactly.
those things. And then the third thing is doing well, you're using right now, you focus more to the social side,
Mhm.
social media, which is good because you can do videos and stuff there. I always tell them is they need to do some sort of way of whether it be pay per click, pay per call,
Right.
uh, whatever, to drive the traffic. Because I tell them, I say, we help you set up the best looking property vehicle in the world. But if you don't have any gas, you can't drive it around so people can see how cool you are.
That's a
Yeah.
great way to put it. I like that.
Yeah,
I don't have to remember that now.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like that.
So I mean, that's what you guys do. You help people get their vehicle seen.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
You help them make the perfect vehicle, and then you help them get the vehicle seen. Go
Yeah.
ahead, James.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a good reference. Keeping along on that reference, you can drive an old Suzuki all day long, or you can
Right,
have the marketing company come in and help you polish it, make it look like a Ferrari, and then all of a sudden people are paying attention to the Ferrari on the road and not the Suzuki. So that's really how we help to build the businesses up. We start with the foundation. We make sure everything is right with the
right.
websites. I used to work in the automotive industry, where I was part of one of the lead marketing strategists in the entire automotive marketing industry. And I used to tell car dealers, a good website won't sell you a car, but a bad website will absolutely keep you from selling a car. So it's
That's
important that we
correct.
get the foundation set, then we can move to the content and the distribution of the content. And that's really the secret sauce to how you build a marketing plan. And that's what we start with everybody is we like to educate first. That's why we do the Marketing Monday series. That's why every consultation we have, we go over our secret sauce of marketing. And where we come in is, as you were mentioning, time is your most valuable commodity. It can't be bought, it can't
Yeah,
be sold, and you only get a finite amount. And everybody has the same amount of
yeah.
time, right? So
And they're spending most of their time trying to get the story out anyway, and
exactly. So
they need that time freed up, you know, so they can let
100%.
people like you do that work for them. So they,
It's much better to invest your money than it is to invest your time because you can't get it back. And that's what
yeah,
we try
money
to
you can
help.
get back, time you can't. That's true.
That's what we try to help
Fantastic.
business owners do and help them realize. And, we're really good at what we do. So we're lucky in that what we say we're going to do, we end up doing, and we have the knowledge behind it. So
Right. Like touching
Cool.
on what he said about websites is for me personally, when I'm looking at websites, it doesn't have to be the best website like what he said, but if it looks junky, the links don't work and the pictures are not formatting correctly, they look all stretched out or terrible, then I'm going to think they don't invest in themselves. And if the customer, I'm going and they don't invest in themselves, I'm thinking, how will they invest in me if they don't even invest in themselves? So that's kind of what our
Right.
strategy is starting with the websites and the social media
yeah.
channels to make them look as beautiful and professional as possible without costing them a complete arm and leg. Because we know that
Right.
some companies, you wouldn't believe, like we're sitting there going, oh my gosh, what people charge people to do things like that. And it's a time investment, like what you said perfectly. But our goal is to be as cost effective as possible, but we're not the cheapest and we're not going to break the bank. We see ourselves as an investment. And anything you do in your company should be an investment. You should be getting a return on that. Everything should be getting a return. Or otherwise, it's just like putting money in the slot machine and pulling the lever and watching the pretty lights. That can be fun for a while until, your kids can't go to college.
Right.
Then it's
and,
not
and
so fun.
a good marketing company, we like to tell people, is like an ATM machine. You put $1 in, you're going to get $2 to $4 to $5 to $10 back.
Yeah.
We don't
as
know
much
exactly,
ROI as you can get. That's true.
we don't know exactly how much you're going to get back when we start, but we know you're going to get something back because we've done this for 15 years.
You know it. You know pretty. You're all. It's very safe to say you'll get 2 for 1 back, and normally it's 2 to 3. Normally it's 10 times for every dollar that that you invest. You get 10 times that or more.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, but simply to tell them, say, look, I'll show you. We'll show you the stats and help you see it.
Yeah.
This is. I mean, why does Mattress Mac? Why does Jim Adler continue to market and market and market and market?
Yeah.
Because they branded.
Yeah. And there's an old thing in the entertainment industry too. It's worse than being talked about, not being talked about.
Not being talked about.
Any publicity is good publicity, assuming you can turn it around. And we
that's the president's good at that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things we focus on, is just getting the word out there.
Right. So that's what we're here for all the businesses to come in, talk to us. I mean, and we like to sit down. We used to love to sit one-on-one. So that's kind of an adjustment now. You usually can get a good feel from a person, like what you said, you like to hug people, and so do I. And that's usually the first thing I do is I walk up, I hug them. If they're real hesitant, I can kind of read that maybe they're not comfortable.
Right.
And I can try. My goal is to make them more comfortable, because I want to show them that we're an investment and we're long-term partnerships. We're looking to build long-term partnerships. We don't want to be those people that let's just give you a try for 6 months and then go away. We want to be with that business for as long as they're in business.
Correct. Right.
That's kind of what we do. That's why we reach out locally here. We love, Spring, Houston, Cypress, great people around here.
The reason that they do this 6 months and stuff is because we don't constantly show them the ROI that they're getting.
Right.
Because the more you show them the ROI that they're getting for the dollar that they're getting, the $10 back for the $1 that they give, they'll stay longer and longer and longer, as long as you're able to continually show them that they're getting a good return.
Absolutely.
We usually sit down every single month with a meeting with all of our clients, and that's what we have. Is we have really detailed reports, but we make them very simple to show what's working, what's not working, where do we focus, and that way we keep building that relationship. I don't know a lot of marketing companies that do that. People will outsource it sometimes to people they've never even seen or heard of, and you don't know who's making your pictures, you don't know who's sending out your emails. With us, we have our personal numbers right there. You can text us, you can call us. We've got a great team, and we want to be, like I said, building that relationship so that they know and they can customize and feel comfortable. We want to make sure it's their message and not ours. It's their company, it's their baby. We want it to be their message.
That's good. Well, James, Angela, I want to thank you for coming on. We're going to close this out. Then I'm going to get it out. I'm going to do my marketing stuff and just put it out everywhere. I'll get you the link. You put it out to all your resources, all your places, just so people can do it. Because we're this is our attempt to help the businesses during this time, because they don't have a clue what to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pleasure is ours, and thank you for inviting us on. We really do appreciate it. And this is what we'll say to anybody, any business who's listening. We like to have a conversation because we're very passionate about helping our local community. So if you need help, if you need advice, or we'll schedule a free consultation with you. We'll go over our whole secret sauce to marketing and how it works. No risk other than your time. I like to say advice is free. Even though there's a lot of people who pay a lot of money for advice, we simply like to start by providing value. And we want to provide so much value that if you never end up doing business with us, that you can still take something away and go do it on your own. But in a lot of cases, it makes sense to outsource it to us so you can free up your time. So
Correct.
if you want,
Absolutely.
visit us online, www.marketingillumination.com. That's my personal cell phone number right there on the screen, 512-771-4713. Or you can also reach us by email, info@marketingillumination.com. 3 ways to get a hold of us.
That's the one. That's the one I forgot to get on there.
It's
I knew it
anyway. So just if you're interested, if you need help, we're here to help you. So
Absolutely.
no risk involved.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you watching and being here. And we have at 12 noon our time, Central Standard Time. We're going to do the same thing with Mark Prohoda of Remax. He's a Remax agent, and he's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, he's fantastic at what he does as well. He's been doing it since the 90s, the early 90s, I believe. He knows the real estate industry forwards and backwards. We can't say enough nice things about Mark.
For sure.
Okay. And next week we got a bunch of stuff coming up, and I'll put out a video on that sooner or later over the weekend. But guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you very, very much. And it was been my pleasure to hug each other here on the screen, because like my grandfather used to say, wherever you go, there you are. So here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. So thank you, guys. I'm going to click up here and end the broadcast. Everybody watching at home, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and enjoy your life. Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. And we'll end that. Okay.